Riding around in my space mobile. Bump. Okay, so we're here this morning, and we were doing some touring around. I was trying to see if I could find all the items to actually make weapons instead of having to tour around, and then I ran into the issue of where certain components are considered dangerous or illegal. So if you go into a system, they just like either try and arrest you or attack you. So then I had to try and find these places where you can buy licenses, and then it's only for one territory. So then you gotta like, I don't know how you do this if you have the items already. So you gotta get these licenses before you actually do all this shit. Oh. Anyway, all this information that the game's keeping track of, you know? It's like, plus I did a few upgrades. I'll show you. Let's see here. Oh, I got more spaces, two more spaces left here, and I got these empty, unarmed. I don't know what these are for, but anyway. So I got upgraded around here a little. I've got one there I can get, and I got two there, so I'm almost ready for a hyperspace upgrade. I upgraded this, I think, too. And, so, yeah, and that. Wow, I don't really need so much power, do I? What could I got here? Let's look at this stuff. That's an unarmed shield. Ah, that'd be so funny. Where's that other one? Where are they? This thing. Oh, that's an engine upgrade. Velocity. Acceleration. Oh yeah. Let's make it go! What's this mining system? Where is that? Oh yeah, this is it here. Penetrable shields. Shield durability. Whoa. No, no. Shields can't be penetrated by shots or torpedoes. Durability is diverted to reinforce shield membrane. I don't even need that right yet. Anyway, where am I in the universe here? Way over here, eh? See how my scanners really pick up stuff now? Look at how far out they go, too. Look at all those areas I get to visit. Haha. Let's go beat these guys up. We'll just start the day properly. Everybody getting an ugly and go kill things online. So, all these people at the food bank the last few days were wondering where everybody was, eh? So today I was looking at the news, and there's a big bust. Somebody had stolen a whole like couple truckloads of meat. So all the junkies and crackheads are eating some kind of truck. They don't want to go to a food bank. I mean, I'm sorry. This world is getting more and more stupid every day. I'm sorry. When I read that, I went, yeah, this all makes sense now. I gotta start looking up what all these morons are up to, because some of these, there's like this one guy I used to know. He says, yeah, I got hungry one day and I broke into a chip truck and then I started making some food and I got busted. So we called him the French fry guy. It's like, yep, hunger makes you do silly things, doesn't it? That's why food banks exist, man. Yep. So poor people have to run around doing weird things. You know, I bet you if you close down all these churches that do food banks and everything, we'd see what the real crime rates are. Yep. And then you'd see some bloody change. Yeah. quick too. Yep. There'd be some job programs. All of a sudden, housing would suddenly become a thing, and everything would quickly start to want to get fixed quick instead of leaving it the way it is. You know, eventually, eh? Whoa. We're gonna take out this whole star system. I think everybody in here is dead. Oh, this guy's alive. Hey, you. Quit shooting beams at him. You're dead. How can it do that? It's dead. And it's shooting beams. Oh, maybe it's the station. Boom. Do 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 do. I just gotta do that once a day. Can't do any more. That would be a copyright thing. I don't know. Should we take it out? Should we take it all out? Where are you? Let's go to the next star system. Come on, give me a scan. We're gonna go in here and beat people up. We're just gonna go through all their empire and take out all their ships, leave their stations behind. What the bloody hell? Oh, my mustache is too long. Just when I have a coffee, it gets wet, and then of course you have a cigarette, and then your cigarette's wet, and you're wondering where the hell your fingers got all wet from. Personal problems, you know. Oh, look at this. They brought friends before I left. Let's kill them all. That's gonna be fun. There we go. Die, all of you. Especially you. Your turn. I want your loot. Dead. Yeah, let's get the smoke out of my face here. Let's see what I'm doing. Oh no, you don't. Okay, I'll go over here and get the loot first. Where the hell are my dudes shooting? That's what we call spinneritis deathicitis. And that is the end of that fleet. What a nice power trip every morning. Get up in the day and blow up some star systems. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That is funny though. All these people at the food bank going, yeah, usually when I come down here it's like a lineup of like 15 people and such. It's like me and some other guy, right? And then I get home, I check out the news, and here's this giant truck full of meat that the cops found and arrested a bunch of people. I'm wondering, yeah, I'm going like 2 and 2 equals 4. Yep. Yep. Like, oh my, it's so bad. It's so hard to stand in a lineup and get free food, you know what I mean? It's just so tough. let's go to a store and steal a truck full of food. Like, that's just such a stupid thing to do. I have, you know, you gotta be beyond stupid to do that nowadays. There's just no need for it. These guys all running away from me? Or are they coming towards me? No, I'm not gonna go that far. See, they left their whole system all unguarded. Well, I'm not gonna go there then. Let's go over here. So what I'm looking for as I travel around, let me go get my little pad of paper here. Warhead Factory, Explosive Charge Factory, or Electromagnetic Factory, etc. And before I did this, I went and dumped all my cargo so I don't have all this issues of these people constantly, every time I go somewhere, asking for a license. It's bloody annoying. It's as bad as an Adobe Photoshop software. Oh, did I say that out loud? Or as dumb as somebody, you know, trying to make a business on YouTube with an iPad. I'm sorry, man. Get a PC, guys. You gotta get a PC to do the proper editing and shit. Like this crappy old one I got is like, it's a bit of a joke, that, you know, but it's still capable of doing tons of stuff. And if you're monetized and you got a console, that's the first step. Okay? Now get a PC so you can do some video editing. Get yourself an upgrade to your bandwidth. Get into some like a green screen and I mean, the things you gotta buy to do proper shit. I mean, just go out and get a big green sheet of paper or something, and or get a. What you do is you tape together 50 sheets of paper, right, all together, and then you just take some green paint and just throw it right on the paper, right, and then you let it dry. There you go. You got a green screen. This is the cheap way of doing everything. You know, that's right, everybody. Who needs to pay $6 million for a studio? We can slap one together. I should check out chat and see how badly I'm coming off here with you guys this morning. Hey all. Hey all. Daylight coming, I wanna go home. Don't make me sing the Flintstones theme song. This is some killer coffee this morning. Holy shit. Hey, I've been getting crappy coffee over there at this little store over there. I'm gonna have to go ask them there and say, what's going on here? Is there any caffeine in this bloody coffee here that you say is, you know, whatever? Makes you wonder. Makes you wonder, makes you wonder. Where are we going here? Oh, look at this. Emergency call. Better go over here and beat some people up. I got a 10 of these. You get jumped about 9 times. Okay, and then there's sectors like this where there's nobody in it. See? Yeah, nobody there, man. Let's try this one. Game's fried out. Oh, you know what I was gonna do? I was gonna log out of this and show you guys the Warhammer 40K ship. I'll show you that in a second here. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do that first. So we'll go to a safe zone here. A second here. I'll show you that Warhammer 40K thing. It has barely any weapons or anything on it so far, right? But yeah. Hyperspace. Someone's giving me an ADD pill today. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Asshole deficit disorder. that's where you actually have a lack of those kinds of people around you, which is a nice thing. It's so damn quiet lately. It's unreal. It's not natural. This sector is under attack by another faction. Oh, sure, and then they invade while I'm doing this, eh? Well, we'll finish these turds off. One down. They rubber banded there. I'm gonna hit this asteroid. Watch this. Nope. Another one done. Another one done. Oh, get out of the way. I want my loot. Get out of my way. Okay, you're dead. Oh. What am I shooting at now? I should not be shooting at anything right at the moment. Picking on that guy over there. That'll teach you. Another numpty over here. Why am I shooting at my base? Don't shoot at my base. There. Leave everybody alone. Leave them alone. Stop that. Stop it. Stupid auto thing. Whoa. Game bugged out on me, man. Don't shoot at your allies, you fool. Where's he shooting at? Oh, there's like fighters. That's why. Ah, the fighters. So let's get the hell out of this spot zone, out of the range. Let's drag him off all out of here and just let the missiles take care of it. Okay, there we go. No, we don't want to do that. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the main menu and I'm going to see which one had the, I think it was the YouTube 3 one I was doing. Let's see here, or it was Warhammer 40K. I don't know, here, let me see. Yeah, truck variant. I was having a bad day there. Let's see, new base star, Test Galaxy. Yeah, YouTube 40K. Check this shit out. You guys are gonna be freaked out when you see this shit. This is the kind of detail you can do in this game if you take your bloody time at it. And you see this, you'll go, whoa. See how long it's taken to load? The reason is that this is even bigger ship than the one I just was using. Yeah. And if you've ever seen Warhammer 40K Gothic, you will know what this ship is. And my lighter no longer works. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Stupid fucking thing. Wow. Matches. Where are my matches? There. Come on, load. Well, I'll go back to chat here. Maybe. Maybe not. Looks like YouTube's going to give me an error. Come on. Oh, my Lord. There we go. Oof, 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 oof. Oof. Technical problems, Captain Kirk. We need to find matches. Check that out, eh? This thing cannot turn left or right very well or go up or down very well. But holy jeez. I'm gonna put weapons on all these at the side, right? And then put a big honking gun, of course, right where this is. Like, wow. That's trippy, man. That's just bloody trippy, this thing. And look at how much crew is in this sucker. Come on. Oh. Where are we here? It's actually a smaller ship in a way for crew. It's because it's thinner, you know, but it's longer, right? But that looks cool. I like that. That looks just awesome. Right? Like you get right up on the details of this, like wow. It's even got little crosses in the looks like in the windows and everything. It's just like whoa. This guy put serious effort into this sucker. Wow. That's what I'm talking about, man. Imagine all the fun we could all have in a game like this. If we could get a server that worked well. That's the whole key, right? That's another part where things are iffy. So you even got the underside all done. I've added some little bits to mitigate some of the issues with this and this. That's what I mean about functionality. I mean, whoa, 10 of these. Oh. Actually, you know how I would do it with this? One of these at the front, one at the side, like think about a triangle, like going like at the top here, going down to here to here. You have one at the front, one over here, and one over here. Why? Because you got all this broadside stuff, right? And what you would do is you would have the one ship on this side have more weaponry on this side, right, than on the other side. And that's how you have a left side guy and a right side guy. The guy at the front, up at the top here, he's got to have a heavy duty gun on the front and broadsides on both sides as he cuts a swath into things. But you could do things like that and have some more fun. And then of course there's the fighter bays and everything else that it has somewhere. Does it actually have fighters? Fighter hangar bay? I guess it does, eh? Let's see here. Hangar bay. Does it have a hangar bay? Not so much. cargo hold. Oh, yes, it does have a hangar bay. Jeez. So let's see, divided by 10, so you could do size 8 fighters. You can have up to 110, 120 fighters, so you could have 12 squadrons of fighters, size 8, which are 8 times bigger than the little guys I have. Wow. Okay, anyway, back to the other game. Oops. That's right, wreck the place, Scotty. Yeah, man. Come on. Come on. Come on. Out of here. Out of here. I hit the B button. Come on. Out. Escape. God, that takes forever to load. It does not like it because of that amount of detail. Menu. Menu. I'll just go touring around. Yeah. Head back into the center. It's more fun. Maybe I should light this cigarette instead of looking at it. Now, why was this match shorter than the others? Yeah, so I've got some nice tutorials on helping me learn better ways of doing the level designs too. So I'm continuing to do that. Like I say, whatever I get done by on Saturday, I'm gonna then take the time and package it up and put out a version so people can run around in a big map instead of having these little tiny maps on a PC, and it'll keep track of kills, right? And you know, etc. And it goes like 5 minutes, and then it switches you to the next map, right? So you don't have that wait time for things, right? Now the other maps are smaller, and in order to I'm gonna have to figure that out too. How do I start I guess I could have it just start that one map all the time. Or I could just have it stay in that map. I don't know. I'll figure that out later. There's so many different ways to do things. Okay, we're gonna fly over here, and as you can see, how far can I go? All the way up to here. So what we're gonna do? Where is this over here? Yeah, these guys are now mad at me because I went through their area with illegal goods. Oh, bad Kronos. How far can I get over here? Okay. Alright, I'll go over here. I wonder if I could go over there and I don't have any bad goods. If they just look at me funny. I feel tired today, and I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe they put something in my food to make me all dizzy. Yeah, man. Okay, look at this. Let's see. Let me see these dots. Look at all this shit. Come on, scan. Piece of shit. There. Holy shit. Well, we're gonna clean out some area. Nah. Let's go up here and clean out area. Go all the way up into here. First, do a round of upgrades. And then we'll head out and fight some stuff. Yeah, see, this ship isn't as long, but it's wider and taller. So in effect, you end up being, because of the volume, you end up having more ability to have crew. But that's what I mean about the detail of these ships. If you scale things down small, you can make really neat looking rounded kind of corners. And he's talking about, I don't know, there was something to do with building where they were going to add something neat like that. And I thought, well, whatever. Nothing in the universe that we see with our eyes is truly round. That's something for you to realize. It just appears that way. I mean, if you can make these little rounded bits right there like you see there, why can't you do that for the building? You know what I'm saying, man? Yeah. You know what I mean. Yeah, just glide right in. Look at that, look at that. Just look at that. Right to the 0 speed, eh? Perfect. Perfect. The pussy is perfect. Perfect. Probably get in trouble from YouTube for that, but anyway. Whatever. It's all fun and games. If someone loses their planet, then it's a sport. Look at all the crap over there and over here. Clean out all these areas. Lot to do. Lot to do. Oh my. Oh, we'll look at some of the other stuff later. Oh man. I don't know what it is today. Maybe something woke me up in the middle of the night and I don't even remember. Yeah, I got some giant machine at 7 o'clock, or what was it, 7:30 in the morning, pounding giant metal poles into the ground downtown here. It's just like, yeah, let's wake everyone up early. You were all going to work, right? Holy, I was like, what the hell is that noise? I asked this guy. He goes, yeah, they're got a machine putting giant metal poles into downtown. Oh, would that be so that they can pull the uranium out of the downtown core? I can't wait to drink the water in this town. I'm gonna stop drinking tap water in Peterborough. I think it gives you mental issues. I look at everyone else around here and go, yep, they're gonna all start glowing in the dark. Yeah, there's apparently a nice sized uranium deposit right under downtown here in Peterborough where I live. So they wanna mine it. Yeah, yeah. Hey, let's just dig everything up where everyone else is and just start getting radioactive material out of the ground. Oh, and we didn't want to alert you that maybe this is near the pipes that you guys drink with. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No one. It just, all these politicians don't give a shit. None of them. Okay, I just don't care for any of that. I just don't. But when I saw that, I was like, ah, that's another one. These are why I don't vote. None of these people is worth my time and effort to go and do anything. Your best bet is to try and survive whatever it is they're trying to, whatever scam they're trying to pull on us. Come on. There we go. Yeah, then I go, wait a minute. Did he take over sectors? Where the hell is... Oh, I'm in the wrong area. That would be why. Okay. I was wondering about that. should go here. And then go up and around and do this and that. Yeah, okay. I was wondering, it looked different. It looked different. So it'd be nice if you had like, yeah, okay, you have that ally color, but you also have a symbol for each nation. Like, this is what I mean about how unfinished this game is. Like, what is this guy doing? You know? Show me you've done even a day's worth of work on this game in the last month. You know? Language pack. Oh, I just saw that. I went, 6 months to make a language pack? Really? So you get 10 games sold, right? So there's like, okay, you get 100 games sold. So there's like, what, $2,000. And then you go to a translator and say, I'd like you to translate this English to the language that I'm hiring you for, and then that's done. Then the next 100 games, you do the same thing. Next language, next language, next language, next, and then that way, you get a reputation that you're actually creating some employment too, or whatever. Or you give them $500 or something, right? You know, a couple $100 to go and sit down and translate for a week, all your shit. So instead of 6 months, it's all done in like less than a month with one person. Now, if you had 4 translators, you could do 4 different languages, and you would have it all done, and it'd be pro done. There shouldn't be any mistakes. Any mistakes that are found, okay, you hold back a month's like the pay on the guy and say, every mistake that's made here, I take 1% of your pay. Make too many mistakes, you get nothing. Why am I here? What the hell? What's going on here? Okay. Equipment dock. Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. Trade goods. Alright, I'm fine. And yeah, I should get into putting salvage weapons on here as well, but I want to go all get enough purpley stuff going. Oh, jeez. Gas. Yeah, that's a problem, right? Now I got hiccups. This is turning into one of those days. Yeah, and then there's sunlight today. Whee! Month-old instant coffee. Yeah, good shit, man. Put hair on your chest. It doesn't put it on your chest, it'll put it on your ass. That's wrong. It's like when I'm going by these news pages, the mainstream media news pages in Canada, and I get to global news and I see this picture of a highway and people driving on it, and then they talking about Bigfoot, and then there's this guy in what looks like an ape suit walking through the forest. I'm like, yeah, okay. Alrighty. Slow news day, right, boys? You gotta start going with the mental patients. Yeah. That's the whole thing, eh? See, up here in Canada, you think we got really good healthcare, right? Well, get ready, because it's gonna start getting bad up here. They're in the province I am, some conservative got power, and now he's thinking of changing the definition of disability, which could, I might lose my disability, other people might lose it, and then what am I going to do for work? Well, oh well, I'm screwed now, you know, like I'll be homeless, I'll be dead shortly thereafter. So if I'm going to go, I'll take a few conservatives with me then, if they're going to act like that. That's the way I think, guys, you know. You're gonna put me in harm's way? I don't care. And you wonder why I don't like politics, eh? It's because they do ass-hat things like that that they never told you they were going to do. It's like I said, though, you got to learn to survive these things. Yeah, whatever. I mean, they're doing it to everybody. It's just so that they can stay nice and rich and comfortable in their own little universe. They don't give a shit about anybody. And those idiots that they use, right, here on YouTube, right, to punk off their attitudes, right, are another issue altogether, right? Don't kid yourself. If you were to take a psychiatrist and have every single person in the chat interviewed, I guarantee you a full third of them would be diagnosed with definite hardcore mental issues, and probably another, I'd say third would have some form of an issue, right? Probably a little bit milder. And then they go on and on about how the far left and the lefties and all this other shit. Anybody who's not with them is a lefty, you see. And anyone and the far left people say anyone not with them is a Nazi, right? So yeah, it's just like, you know, when I ever hear that from someone, I go postal on them. I do. And you ask yourself, well, why would you go postal on someone if they said that to you? Well, that's because, let's see, my grandfather fought in World War I, World War II, in North Korea, so that these morons can spout this kind of bullshit. Sorry, I get a little angry about that. I've served my country, okay? How many of you have been in the military? Fuck's sake. You ever had to shoot a human being? Yeah. Probably not. That's the whole point. You're not the same after you have to do shit like that. I don't care who you think you are. Some people can handle it. They'll go completely batshit crazy. Some people they got issues, man. Did I go the wrong way? I think I went the wrong way again, didn't I? Maybe. Oh no, and then I go over there and then I go back. Yeah, there's another one to the south, I think, now. And then I can go back over that way. Yeah, man. Where's this one? This is that one that's way up in the air. Where are you? Where are you, Captain Kirk? I will find you. And I will blow you to pieces. Come! Yeah, I did the Star Trek ship a long time ago. I've given up on Star Trek more or less. And Orville, I don't have an Amazon Prime thing, so I'm not watching Orville, Expanse, a bunch of stuff. You see? So this is the thing, right? All these stupid idiot streaming peoples, you know, they lose, right? See, if I put something up on YouTube and you watch, you can put some ads in it, right? There we go. At least everybody can see it. Oh, sure, you could do something on Twitch, but yeah, why would I want to do anything there? Their rules are really weird. Although, I don't know. It's always good to have options. BitChute is... We were experimenting with BitChute too, guys, and one of the biggest problems we found is that BitChute seems to be 480p. So if I do a 720p video, it downscales it, and if somebody does a 1080p, it downscales it to 480p, which, yeah, that's like 3 megabit bandwidth, maybe. Yeah. That's why they're going nowhere. They need to be able to find a way to do something like YouTube where they have some advertisers that would advertise on you and get at least to 720p where there's some quality, right? And then migrate upwards from there. But I guess you could pay them and get better quality. That's, I guess, the way they do it. So, as usual, stuck in the middle with YouTube. And there was one way to hack down here when there, where was it? Or was there? That was a research station. Just in the middle of nowhere. Home on Lagrange. Yeah, I probably won't go as long as usual this day. I just need to catch up on some rest. Oh boy. Little bit of lag. Mighty. Alright. Swing that thing around. Learning to talk with no teeth. Dude, just think of how much I save on bloody toothpaste, everybody. That's right. If I'd have known this shit early in life, I'd have got them taken out at 10 years old. Just think of all the baby food you could eat forever. Yeah. I think I'll do some Warhammer maybe tomorrow. Let's change things up a little. I gotta get to this. This is just a bit of a grind to get the upgrades I want. And it's such a pain to get out of all the areas I've been to, there's one Warhead Factory, and it's in a place that doesn't want me, won't deal with me. I mean, what I should do is get 8,000 boarders and just send them over and take the place. Yeah, that's kind of an idea. And then start setting up my own alliance in that little. Oh yeah, sure. Get right in front of me, and you. Is this that one I gotta flip myself around in? Yep. Woohoo! Up. There we go. Like to come to a full stop so I don't drift and then go out of the way. Blunk. Oh, turrets, turrets, more turrets, turrets. All kinds of turrets. Yes, yes. Turrets, turrets. Chain guns. Eh. Yuck, yuck. Eh. 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 Dun 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 dun. Sorry, Dave. Can't do that, Dave. Sorry, Bob. Can't do that, Bob. Nope. Let's turn our weapons off too while I'm in here. See? Short burst of subspace signals. In other words, people want to come in here and bother me. Boy, just think you can't stream snipe me here. Yeah, yeah. Dun, dun, dun. That used to happen a little bit in Guild Wars 2 too. As soon as people found out you were doing something online, they would try and muck around. But by the time, see, I was doing recordings rather than live streams, so if I found out somebody's doing that, I could just stop doing it, you know. I just laugh. That's the thing, right? Mm-hmm. The Guild Wars 2 is a fun game, but it's just, it gets boring after a while. I mean, it is a real grind. And it's become a skins game, just like most of these other AAA games. They just want you to buy skins. They don't give a shit. They've paid enough. They probably got a deal for the next 10 years of bandwidth, so it's no big deal. Where is that silly, where is it? Down over here. I should put that fast. I gotta find one of those, there's these special ones you can get to really go fast. I'm gonna put one on this ship one day and just see what it does, just for the fun of it. Okay, we will do one of these. And one of these. And what will we get today, folks? Look at that. There's my dangerous cargo licenses. I guess you can upgrade these suckers too. That's too much. So I gotta run around to all the trade guild hubs and see if I can upgrade these. Seriously? Okay, you can't. Okay, that makes sense. Why it's even in here though, it shouldn't be in there. That's a bug, if I ever said so. You can't upgrade these things. What the hell then? What the hell are they in here for? This is bizarre quite a tour last night. Shooting at me now. Really? Who's shooting at me? Where's your other numpty? Is he dead? I can't even see the colors at the top of the screen because the light coming through the freaking window. Arr, arr. There we go. Okay. Now where was I? I was so rudely interrupted. Let's go down to the bottom here. Way down here. Okay, so I got a second one of those. We got here, boys and girls. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it, boys and girls. This run. Weapons wise, I'm not even, unless it's cannons, I'm not bothering with them. Missiles aren't so bad. 24,000 missile launcher? Oof. Oof. That's a killer. These two weapons right here are just, I'm going to kill you weapons. That, and there, all the good weapons, yeah. Wait a minute, is that the wrong weapon? Okay, that's okay. I wish it wouldn't pop up over this shit, because I can't see. Oh well. Another weird bug with this game is when I left the game, it continued to run like it's according to Steam, but it wasn't, which was weird. Wait a minute. No, get out of there. You can get out of there. Where was that other cannon? There's more. There's more. Ah, good enough. Okay, we got a new cannon out of that. Yay. Down to the bottom. Look at all this shit. Missiles. Okay, never mind. One, two, three. Lots of missiles in here. Need one more cannon. That's it. Well, I got one out of it. Missiles. Come on. Wait, how does that do? There we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yay for you. Yay for you. Jesus, a lot of Zanian mining. Get out of the way anyway. Guys. Whoa. Whoa. What the hell just happened there? Piss off. Same time every day. Software doing something. Alright, get the blue bit. Keep focus on the blue bit. Where's that blue bit? Come on. Go back for it. There it is. Thank you. dead by now anyway. Okay. What do I want to do here? Need a big fight. One of these big fights. Go up here somewhere. Somewhere different. Where have I been in the galaxy? This is the extent of everywhere I've been. Right here. All over here, a little bit in here. Over here, 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 here. Right. In here. I haven't even been in there yet. I should go up close to it. Yeah, let's do that too, instead. How far can I go? Alright, we'll go over here. I'm gonna go as close to the center, but not in there yet. I don't quite want to do that yet. Even though I got enough shielding, I think, to handle it. It's the weapons that are... You wouldn't believe what you gotta fight in there. It would take me like a 4-hour stream constantly fighting that. Like, you'd do it, but it would take you forever. Because this thing would start spawning pieces of things. Okay. Rare. Let's go here. Let's see if we can irritate this open. Recharge! Recharge! Yeah, the next hyperdrive I put in will mitigate another 20 seconds or so off this stupid wait time. Yeah. Where are we? We're close. Now there's things here. I bet you this will be tough. Let's go there. Straight ahead. Let's go see the chat for a minute. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Ortiz. You know, I haven't been up late to see you guys. You guys are in a different time zone, but oh, get some good rest, you know, some like today. What am I researching? I basically head mall, anything that I can get 5 of, I just research it just to get it out of the way so that it cleans it up. But the main things I'm after right now are turrets, okay, and the hyperspace space things, right? So when I get those, that's great, you know. But otherwise, everything else is filler, right? And what I wanted to try and do last night when I went off stream was go and make some turrets. But the thing was, I made the mistake of acquiring something that was on the dangerous list and then went into a neutral guy's territory. And when you go to a different territory, you're supposed to get the license before you can bring the shit in there. They don't give you a chance to go get the license. And then I had all these battleships chasing me around in there, and I was like, oh shit. And I had to dump the cargo this morning. And there was it's the only place out of all those areas I visited that has a Warhead Factory. You know what I mean? I was tempted to, like I was saying earlier, just to go get a boarding army and like 4,000 or 5,000 boarders, and then just invade that factory and then take over the whole sector. You know, just go to the next station, take it, to go to the next station, and then own the whole sector. It's just like, yeah. Hey, Kate. Kay, how you doing? I saw one of your videos again. Yeah, you're always so happy, and that's one of the things I like about watching your videos. Yep. And how you doing, Hunter? Yeah, our hunting blocks. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And Stevie DVD and Willie, how you doing? And Endgame, how is everybody? I hope you guys are all checking each other out and helping support each other, because YouTube doesn't really help us much. I think I got in the statistics of recommendations. Um, I actually had a higher amount than average, which was interesting. I think it's just because I made some game playlists and stuff, but they don't. I don't think they advertise us all as much as they could, right? And yeah, yeah, do a backflip. Yeah, that was funny. I don't know. My mouse, ever since, and here's the kicker. This is why I know something's up. That all this mouse problem stuff with me started the day that they stopped the Microsoft support for Windows 7. It was like, it's like they send out a signal to all the Windows 7 people to mess with their mouse driver or something. And they've done that kind of stuff in the background and not told you guys before. I know they have, right? And there is a DLL on everyone's PC that they got a back door to you, and they check it often enough that you can go fix it, and they just put it back again. It's kind of one of those deals. So like what I would do is just go offline. That's what I did, and this is how I know that there's something to do with onlineness. It's what happens when um, the bandwidth between the it's something to do with the hardware where the driver doesn't get enough bandwidth because it's using a USB port. And I also have I got everything basically connected to different USB ports. So when that bandwidth for all the USB hub runs out, you can get some twitchiness with different devices. And instead of prioritizing, certain things, right? Like if I'm not using my external hard drive, right? Shut it down, right? Or put it into an idle mode. But here I am, I'm doing streaming. I've got my camera on, even though I've got my image over top of the camera, because I'm just not one of those kinds of people that wants to stick their face into everything. I get up in the morning, I don't look so pretty, eh? But anyhow, and I've got an extra fan, an actual fan that I've jury rigged into a USB thing that's plugged into the back that's pulling air out. I've got on a plug in the system of this, I've got externally an air purifier that's got in the hole in the wall where the air conditioner is, so that I pull cold air in to cool off this graphics card so that I can do these funky things that I've been doing, and it keeps the dust and the crap from air getting in there. So then I don't have to do as much cleaning inside the PC. But I gotta go and clean the air purifier, I think, shortly, and then I gotta do some other things, But yeah, I don't know, this PC, I mean, it is, I'm surprised all I've done to this graphics card that it hasn't gone poof, I really am amazed. Now, mind you, if I don't do this type of cooling system, it will overheat and then just shut off. I wouldn't be playing any games anymore. That's it. So it's over time, you get little particles that you can't see and your cleaning might miss. They get in there, and then a capacitor goes or something inside there, and eventually over time it's just too much heat, right? But so yeah, we're gonna hit lots of food banks and food services, and get all bloody cheap for a couple of months here and go get ourselves $1,000 computer, and we're gonna do it like how Jay's 2 cents did, and then I'll have a nice 12 core what was it, 6 core 12 thread 2060 6 gigabyte graphics card, which is 6 times more than I have now, and let's see, that's 6, what did I say, 6 cores? Yeah, so it'll be triple the amount of threads I have now and 6 times the graphics memory. So for $1,000 Canadian, sold. I'd go for a couple of years on that, and what I'll be able to do with that. that's the key here, is that it's kind of frustrating that I have to sit here so much, and when I want to do something, go, well, what am I going to do for the next 15 minutes while this does it, whatever. Now, mind you, and the other thing is, if I get something like that, I could actually set up a little mini server and actually run the game, because that Ryzen 5 would be better than the servers what I remember we were running them on back in the day, that had like dual core 4-thread kind of things, but they had like 64 gigabytes of RAM, right? And when I buy this whole new system, I may actually go an extra month and get the, what do you call that, motherboard where I have dual channel, so that I can have 4 sticks of RAM on there, because it's I basically am running right now 16 gigabytes of RAM on a dual channel setup here, where those kind of boards are a little more expensive, right? And yeah, that's the kicker, eh? And RAM's cheap now. Like, if you want to get a good deal, go get yourself 16 two 16 gigabyte, like 16 gigabytes of RAM. It's like 30 or 40 bucks now or something. That shit cost me 200 bucks back in the day, when I did this shit. All right, time to beat these guys up. See, like, look at this. Isn't this creepy, eh? This is where they hatch. This is just, ooh. I could just picture doing a movie like this. Something at the center of the galaxy is hatching, and it's coming for you. And then you hear this little tune going, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? No. Quit running away from me. Oh, I know what I forgot to turn on. Missiles! He's running away. Let's see if that'll get him. Oh, here's one. Ah, gotcha. Oh! That sounded like it hurt, doesn't it? Let's get around here. What am I shooting at? I can't see up above me here. Oh, stupid freaking light. Yes, we are going to buy some curtains for this window. Yeah. Actually, I got a painting outside I'll put up there, and then I'll put the camera on it. You can see what an artist, local or native artist, did for 10 bucks. He owed some other guy money, and I just happened to be there, and I was a friend of his, and he just sold me something cheap because he needed money. It was like, what? This is just like a weird thing. Hey, hello. Can't see anything here. Not many guys in here, eh? I thought there was more people in here. I'm gonna have to put the difficulty up. What's that? Zilton Breeder. Say goodbye to it. Can I kill that? Deal. It's weird. Let's see something crawl out of killed this guy with missiles. So I got a big missile battery on the top there. Uh-huh. Yeah, there looks like an upgrade right down in the middle. There it is. Yay. Alright. Inch myself a little closer. Yeah, and Ortiz, you know, one of these days we should get to chatting because, like I was saying, like with this little project I got going with Jim Creevy and some other people, it would be cool to include a couple artists that can actually draw, right? And then, you know, they could do the thumbnails for things, and then one of the videos that we do, like, and this is what I say, people that want to help in a project like this, okay, where we find a use for you in the project, okay, you would get to host one of the little cinematic videos that we do, okay, and the idea is that we would turn out at least one a month for, like, you know, 6 months, a year, something like that, and then at the end of that we're also kind of in between as we're doing this, making up a game based on this. And then we got all the characters and 3D models for that, and, you know, and we would give out maybe some keys or something like that to some of the people that were involved so they get free copies, right? And then they could use that on their channels to do things. And this is where you kind of, I don't see why people aren't doing more of that, you know? Cross-genre it a little, you know? Like in that sense for things, because you always need a good sketch artist, because I could come up with an idea that's in my brain, but I can't draw it down very well, right? You say it to a sketch artist, he goes away and makes 4 versions of it, and you say, yeah, it's that one, that second one. And then I take that and I go to the sculptor or mesh creator, and then he messes with that and says, what do you think? And then that gets done, and then it goes over to Groovy, who makes the animation, and then it gets to me, and I import it into the scene and move the animations around and do camera work, and that's level creation, right? And then you got that. Then it's just like, if everybody gets in a groove like that, and you got a circle, right? Then you're gonna need somebody maybe who's good at writing stories. I can come up with some wacky shit, but I can't write down words perfectly. You know how much I spell mistakes and all that shit. But, you know, I could give an idea to some people, and then they could write it up, you know. And then you got somebody who could talk the stories. You know, we've got a lot of these Paragon characters that were based for a game already, so they got the game assets set up, right? Now, if we could go back in and change one of the voices for this, which you can do, then we can then turn around, and then you got to do a voiceover for the cinematics. So then there's going to be some of this moving lips, talking, you know, having close-up shots, things like that. That's tricky shit. That's where, you know, this VR technology, you can hook it in with Unreal, and then I could be sitting here talking with something attached to my lips, and then have it tell the mesh thing to move while I'm talking, and it could record. So then it solves a lot of the hard difficulties of doing things. That's the pro way of doing it, right? It's a bit pricey, though, to go out and buy all that equipment. Like, I mean, I can fake it for, you know, just doing a nice little cinematic, have their lips move and just talk, right? Like, that'll do for most things, right? I could have a little wire there, or what do you call it? Kind of like how they do in the Blender thing, where you have a wheel, right? But instead of the wheel, you also have a little thing stick out, where it's like a thing you grab a hold of, and you would start to talk, and every time you do something, you just flick this thing, right? And it would move the lips, let's say, right? So it would be close enough. It wouldn't be perfect either, but that's just sort of that thing. Anyway, back to the game. I get idea going and I just go, right? And I've been writing stuff down and taking notes and doing things, and I gotta start I wanna get this little pseudo game thing made. And then get that out to some of these gamers and start that just helps build a little bit of hype, you know. You're doing level design. I'll talk to another guy and we were discussing about how to make levels, right, and import them into Unreal. And what he doesn't realize is it wasn't working like a month ago. Like it was doing things upside down. You would import it, it would always, even if you flipped it upside down, it would then keep it that way. It was weird. So I was like I was making some really weird things though. Gotta admit. That one city that had, that looked like it had a whole bunch of spikes, that's supposed to be flipped upside down. It just wouldn't work. It wouldn't go in the right way. Everyone was saying it was bugged, and then they fixed it. And they didn't tell anybody. It wasn't even in the patch notes. The error just went away. I was like, ooh, this is cool. And see, the thing is, I want to use as little software as I can to get most of this done. And so, while there might be some better things to use out there, like World Creator or whatever, the whole point was just to say, hey, this stuff was free in Unreal, and this is what we can do with it, with a bunch of people involved. And once you get an episode or two out, and it starts to get, hey, this is actually pretty neat, you know? Then you might be able to pull in some more people to get more specialized stuff done, right? Because they might want one of these videos on their thing. And then if you have 10 videos, that's like the equivalent of a season of TV, right? You know. And people are just starved for half-decent shit these days. They really are. And like, just think, you go and you give Doomcock and what's his name there, Nerdrotic, they're people, they're channel viewers, some decent sci-fi and fantasy to watch, and they're just gonna eat it right up. They would. And when I originally met Nerdrotic, he had 100 subs, and back then Star Trek, the original series, was in the public domain in Canada. And that was before this new NAFTA deal where they went and screwed us for that. You know, I was actually building hype to go and do some Star Trek up here in Canada, you know? But I'm not doing anything of that now. I got a whole whack load of Star Trek 3D models sitting on in a hard drive, and even in pieces where I could have destruction cards, you know, all this, and just not doing nothing with it. Nope, sorry. Nada. Right? Same with Star Wars, you know. They're not quite as ass-hatty about you doing fan stuff. But they are. If they could get away with being jerks, they would. It's the same with all of them. It's kind of like I say, you know. And I had this discussion with a lawyer. Just because they have the right when you make a mod or you do a fan thing, doesn't mean they would, because in order for you to understand what the fan fiction is even about, you're going to have to go and see the original Star Trek or the Next Generation or whatever. How are you going to do that? Well, you're going to have to buy it on a DVD, Blu-ray, or you're going to have to stream it. Get it streamed to you. And that you only do that through them, so that makes the money. And that's the rub, okay? So when they're jerks to you about stuff like that, that's why this Blizzard stuff, what it's more about is bad actors, okay? It's about people using their IP to attack people, using memes and stuff like that they have no business using, you know, stuff like that, right? And that will be one of the aspects of it. And even the lawyer kind of agreed with that kind of aspect. I said, just because they have those rights doesn't mean they'll enforce them. It's just more about, you know, stating it more obviously, because, and I was actually quite plain. I says, the general population of the United States, their math ability has been dropping for the last 15 years. What do you think their reading and writing skills have been doing, right? Okay, so you got to get more and more plain with them every year, because they got to be able to understand things, right? It's going to get to a point when they don't understand something, and the law says you can't plead ignorance under it, but you know, there's a point where that's not true anymore. And you know what? I'm going to blame a bit of those scores on people that cheat. You know, those rich people that were sending all their kids through the school system, paying people off to get the certificates, and then you know, what is this? Small zone breeder. Let's go blow this up. Wait a minute. Why is that one purple? That's pink. Okay. Blew it right in half. I am the Death Star. There, now it looks like an apple. Won't be breeding there anymore, boys. But anyway, yeah, so yeah, and that FTC is at it again with some more crap. That's another one. I was looking at that. I was gonna start doing some uploads on that, and I was like, it's too late. Okay. Next. See where the scanners go. Ooh. Unknown hidden mass signature. 0:111. What happens if I go here? Let's go in there and see everybody. This could be it. I could get killed. I could get killed, Mom. It's squashed like a bug. Plunk. Plunk, 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 plunk. Green Giant. Just thinking of that little commercial. Oh. Some weapons can penetrate shields. You can find upgrades that make your shields impenetrable. Well, what good are shields if they don't shield you? Surprised I haven't tried to add a dark matter ray pistol gun cannon laser thing in this yet. Ooh, shaky, shaky, shaky. Look at this planet. I've never tried to run into one of the planets yet. Never tried that yet. I'll have to do that one day. They do actually rotate though, if you sit here and watch them long enough. Okay, that one's making a liar out of me. Oh, there it goes. It is rotating. You can see by the dots on the right side. Either that or that's the asteroid field that's moving. Because it doesn't look like anything on the left is moving. As far as clouds. Oh, it is. Okay. Yeah. Is that Avorion? Yeah. Sweet. That's the most expensive stuff in the game, boys and girls. There she is, right there. Yeah, I won't worry about that little white upgrade there. Who's closer? You are. Oh, that's gonna hurt if it hits him. Oh, two of them did. Yep. Yep, done. I hear that bolter going. I hear it. I hear it, I'm telling you. Go my cannons. Once I get enough torpedoes, I'll put another rack of them on the side, so it'll be more like the actual Battlestar Galactica or Pegasus. Look at that. Oh, got it. Great. Thank you. Where is this mess? Look at all these. No, yeah, we gotta. Let's go get this guy over here behind me. Where'd he go? He's blowed up. Listen to you. Yeah, do a backflip. It's funny. I'll show you a backflip. I'll show you in a second. Watch this. This is actually impossible for a ship like this to do this, okay? Just so you know. At that speed, you know what that would do to the people inside? You'd be like flung to the wall. You'd be spaghettified. Probably do that's like about a 10G maneuver. Anything around that is just you'd be just squished. Squish, squishy, squish your head. Yep. Where is that? There's this guy. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Your turn. Any left? Yeah, there's one guy left. I'm going right through you. Where'd he go? Did he blow up? Maybe he did. Oh, there he is. Let's see if I can get faster than my missiles. Yep. Now hit him. Oh, I missed. I can go faster than missiles. You want to see something funny? Here we go. Go get them, guys. Launch Vipers. Woo! Do 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 do. Yeah. Go get them, boys. They go a fair speed, eh? We'll let them hit them first. And that's the equivalent of 100 and, let's see, no, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 ships. So, to do the real thing, they had 150. Whoa, there I go, flipping again. See? Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. See? Did it again. Now my missiles launch. And that's the end. This is over. Boom! Alright, boys. You want to see where all these ships are? Let me see here if I can do the shift key. Come on. See? You can see where all the guys from this squadron are by that green set. By that green set. So you can set, if you're doing mining, you could say this mining guy, and then you pick that asteroid. That one does that asteroid. That one does that asteroid. And you can do that with each thing. That's another thing that you can do with this. Alright, everybody. Come on home. It's all good. Any casualties? Let's see here. I'll wait till everybody's in first. You can see that means they still got guys out. Nope, no casualties. I have my Cylon Raiders and my Darth Vader bombers. How many more of them am I allowed? It's in here, right? Hangar. Fighters. 119 to 958. These are all size 1 guys. I should make some bigger ones. I gotta check out the workshop. I couldn't find any Vipers, which was weird. I might have to make some. Oh boy. Not doing that till I got purple everything. Mind you, I haven't been having any problem with anything around here, and I am in easy beginner creative mode. I've got a thing that I can automatically rebuild my ship. Well, we'll save that for the next stream. Let's go kill these guys first, though. Oh, and another thing that sometimes, like this little piece of wood that I have here, it might get a bit of dust on the table. And if that happens, and the laser on your mouse doesn't reflect back right, that's another reason why you'll see that little flip of the mouse. That's another thing. So it's a cleaning thing. So it might be that there's something impeding the inside the mouse, like a hair or some stupid thing like that, or a piece of dust on the laser. So it's like it's kind of tripping. Yeah. Okay, smoke break. Come back to the chat now for a minute. As soon as I'm done with these guys. Rat-a-tat-tat. Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely move up here and what do you call it? Modes. Beginner's too easy. It's like I said, I just go over and go bang, bang, bang. What's this? Your turn. He's going up, going up, going up. Special come off of him. I see a green one there. Is there a blue? Yep. Good, good, good. Zotan technology. At least I think I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, well, whatever. Okay. Your turn. Oh, maybe not. Your turn. I'll get you in a minute as soon as I get the loot. I'm gonna come back for that. Come on. Come on, over there. Steering. Steering. There we go. Go over here and get the loot first. Yeah, I know, I know, I know. Give it to me. There we go. Okay. Right through there. Hello, boys. Yeah. Boom. Guess what? It appeared after, I see. I see that now. Come on. Stop. There we go. Where's the other guys? Down here somewhere. There's one there, and where's the other guy? Okay, you're the first victim on The Price is Right. There's one left. All these rocks are... What's this purple shit? Oh. Oh. Killed him already. See a green piece down there. So, PETA was also in the news today. Apparently up here in Canada, they want to change our Groundhog Day, and they want to have people stop using poor little old groundhogs that are kept, you know, these things are treated better than probably some of our kids, right? Because of course you don't want the little sucker to die so he doesn't come out of his hole, right? But anyway, they want you to use a robot now. It's further showing how certain organizations should be outright banned for mental instability. And when I heard that, I went out and got some chicken burgers. Yep. A little bit of hamburger, you know. Mind you, I do have to thank France. They do make a good green beans. I got some of those the other day. That was actually pretty cool. Used to have to only get green beans from the United States or what was it, Southern Ontario or something like that. There was a place in around that same belt where they do the wine and stuff like that. But yeah, it just shows you that free trade works with Europe. I think Canada has almost 44 free trade agreements now. We're up in the top 9 economies in the world. up from number 10. And they're saying that it's projected we will probably end up in the top 7 again. Interesting. So maybe, you know, whatever. Give the US a little more and then they keep them happy. Whatever. I guess that's maybe the idea, right? Okay, let's, let me see here. We've been fighting for a while, so let's go back over here. And we'll go here and we'll do a run of our upgrades, and then we'll see what we got for stuff. The good thing is I got lots of that Zoten stuff. I'm getting close to being able to get a purple out of that, so because I don't know what that will give me. This is something new that they added to the game after I stopped playing for a little bit. Yeah. Let's see here. Where is it? Over here. No. 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 Down. Over. Down. Down. Up. Over. And we get dizzy yet? There it is. You should try flying like this. Woohoo! Uh-oh. I'm going too fast. I'm gonna hit the station. Yeah, baby! Ha ha ha. Yep, having too much fun. Time to get serious. I'm surprised it doesn't wreck it. It has shields though too. Well, we're allies anyway. You know, you can't ram your battleship into another station once in a while. You know, what's an ally for, right? Today's equipment, man. Come on, go, go, go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Nothing there, nothing there. Oh, oh, 9 million for that, eh? Wow. Okay. Over here. This coffee, I'm just sipping at it, eh? Ooh, killer. Got me bouncing off the bloody walls. I think this coffee I've been buying from the store is weak. This stuff. Whew. And I always want to give a shout out to Pete Subs at the corner there. The man helped me out pretty good last little while. I'm not sponsored by him or nothing. It's just I give him a little shout out. He's at the corner of George and Brock in Peterborough, Ontario. Good Christian guy, you know. He's got, I'm not kidding you, he's half the price of the nearest person for a breakfast or like a hamburger and fries. Like, he's risen his prices maybe 3 times in 7 years. That's just the kind of guy he is, you know. And one of his employees, I forgot my cell phone there one time. He brought it all the way over to another place I used to live at. So that's just the kind of people they are. Good people. Yep. always kind of give the shout out to the local people, you know, different organizations and stuff like that, so that, you know, I go down for breakfast there sometimes, not all the time. Won't see me much in the next couple of weeks just because I'm saving some money, right? Even though he is cheap. I mean, you're not gonna. Well, yeah, you could probably save yourself a couple of dollars at breakfast by doing it yourself, but not much. I mean, he's doing it on the cheap. Where is the... Okay, I was just here. Oh yeah, okay, we're done here. Go down over here. Calculate. Come on. Okay. Next. Turrets. Good, 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 good. Let's grab everything. Oh, and the reason, Headmo, I'm grabbing everything too is because at some point I may want to do other things in the creative mode just so I learn them, so that if I go to the multiplayer, I don't have to bother people to ask, right? Things like making stations and doing trade and different things like that, doing other types of missions too, and you know, setting up salvage lasers on this guy when I get more turrets set up, that kind of deal. Like I really don't need, where is it here? I'll show you something here. I really don't need that at the moment, and I really don't need that at the moment. So that's 2 spots for turrets I can go, and plus I upgrade that one, so that would be 18 more turrets, and that would be, say, size 3 weapons. That would mean 6 weapons, 7 extra weapons, right? So these are size 3, and so are these. I could get rid of that. That would add me another one. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, I mean, I could just put all these on here and just sit back and watch the missiles just take things out, but it just takes forever to do. Anyway. Bum, 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 bum. Spin around. There we go. There we go. Almost time for second breakfast. Yeah. And then twosies. Yep. Having a bad back, especially in the lower area, you don't want to eat large meals, right? So I usually have like a kind of snack 6 times a day instead, right? And I've actually, since I got the teeth out, I had some kind of poison in me too, which is why they took me to the hospital to do it right away. And all the weight that I had gained while I had that poison is gone. You know, the only thing that I can say is that since I stopped taking my pain medicine, my vision is going. Like, if I try and write something on a paper, I can barely read it now. I know it's there. I know what I wrote, right? And I think it's because, think about it. First of all, I had thin blood to begin with, right? and then you're taking aspirin, which thins your blood even more, and then you do that for 17 years. Your body adjusts to that, and then you stop it. If it thickens blood at the back of the eyes, right, you might have an issue with it, which is you know, as good a way as I was taking the pain medicine, right, to not abuse and all that stuff, I would have one further suggestion to say that every year you should go off the medicine for a full month or so, or every 6 months go off it for a full month, right? That's going to be a really rough month for you, though, right? Like, I don't know what else you'll do, right? But you know, and then that way your body never gets adjusted to taking pain like aspirin all the time, right? But the problem is that it kind of did my stomach in a bit too, right? So, yeah, you know, it's kind of a good thing and a bad thing in a way, because you know I've seen so many of my friends that would have a similar problem but not have the strength to you know, quit, say, at the end. Like what I was doing was just quitting for a week at the end of the month, because the doctor told me, he says, technically a withdrawal on any of these types of drugs is about 5 to 7 days, depending on how fast your system was. And I always had a quick system, and I noticed that all the symptoms he was telling me, I was going through it in about 5 days. So I'd do the 6 or 7 days, I'd be right, you know, supposedly clean of the medicine. And that's how you can go 17 years taking that stuff without really being crazy. But a lot of people don't have the strength to do that, because for that week it's twice as bad as usual. The way I was seeing it was I would get 3 weeks where I would be like a normal person again, right? And that was great. Normal person. Like, what's normal, right? You know what I mean? Nothing is normal. And of course you had those people that they've never been in pain like this or nothing. They're just assholes, and for whatever political agendas, they'd like to distract everybody from the other bullshit they're doing. So they jump on the bandwagon, and everybody that's taking this medicine is automatically a drug dealer or an evil human being, right? You know. And I've run into lots of those. When I tried to get on disability, everybody started, the first time, everybody started trying to interfere and get in my business. So the second time around, I just put the foot down and told everyone to get the hell out of my life just for a little while, you know? Like, it freaked them out the way I did that, too. And what bothers me is how I got set up years ago and ended up after the fact of being released and told I couldn't go home because the guy that set me up is still there, and the cops even know this shit. And I was like, this is just insane. They're telling me they had the bar that I was in under surveillance, not because of me, but because of something else, which, whatever. And therefore they knew I was there all night, so I couldn't have done something to somebody. Right? The guy lost his job, and I had what I was doing before I had pain medicine. I go out, before I go to work, I get a 6-pack of Tall Boys, put them at home, put them in the fridge, and then I go to work, and then I come home. Right? Sometimes I go to the bar, have a few, and then I come home and have a few more, and then I could actually go to sleep. Okay? Well, this guy lost his job at work because he was getting drunk all the time, and then he went and took my beer and thought I wasn't going to do nothing about it. So I got home and went and took my beer back. And then I went back out to the bar, right? This is, I got home and they're gone. And I went downstairs, there they are. Ah, well, my beer, taking them back. So I went, put him back upstairs, went back out to the bar. He went and nicked himself with a knife and called the cops on me. Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm down at a bar under surveillance by the police for whatever reasons. I had nothing to do with me, technically. And they even, so... And here's how I know that a little more on that is because they actually knew that I was down there in the bar medicating for my bad back, which meant somebody that I talked to, and I've only talked to 6 people in that bar in the entire time, and there were all these big guys at a table and an engineer guy that they had as a friend, right? So, yeah. There you go. Nothing like cluing me into what's going on there, eh? But anyhow, whatever. Anyway, after all that, I went over to this community center and said I'd sleep on a picnic bench there, and then I'd get up in the morning and I'd sort this mess out and figure out what the hell's going on, right? What I was going to do. I mean, I got to have a place to live. I got my stuff over there still. You know, blah, 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 blah. This guy could be stealing more of my shit, you know. Screw him. I'll get some friends and go over there and throw him out of the house. Asshole. Anyway, so guard came out of the community center, said you can't sleep on the picnic table, but here's a piece of plastic and a towel. You know, he's being nice. He says there's a warm air vent around the side. Guess what was coming out of that warm air vent? Neither of us thought about it. Chlorine off the pool. So I breathed that in and almost died. Yeah. Went through a year of having to take some kind of brain medicine to fix my head because of all the chlorine that I breathed in. Getting panic attacks and shit like that for no reason. I'd just be walking along and suddenly I couldn't breathe. I don't know, it's trippy. You know, and what gets me is they give me disability for that, not this bad back that I'm in utter pain all the time and I can't work with. You know, it's weird. I don't understand that. It's like they're just handing it out to everybody who has the smallest, stupidest little mental issue, right? And it's not even, like, you know, I'm not crazy, I'm not mental. I could go to a psychiatrist and get a clean bill of health other than the fact that, you know, feel a little upset now and then that I got pain. Like, that's normal. It's normal. So, whatever, you know? Anyway, so yeah. And they're thinking of changing the definition of disability here where I live because of that conservative guy. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. I may have another review. It's either this year or next year, I think. And they changed the rules. I might be homeless and I don't know. It's one of those things, guys. That's why it's good to push and try and see if I can do something here on YouTube to get monetized or whatever the heck. And, you know, I want to work for it, not just like a charity, you know. That's why I don't have a Patreon. That's why I don't do Steam Labs and all that stuff, right? I haven't done enough to even deserve it anyway, but you know, that's just the whole point is that you got to be doing something for it, something people value, no matter what you're doing. Okay, what the heck? This is really trippy. These numbers together. Yeah, okay, that works. Trippy equipment doctor, man. Oh, 50 what million? 50 million for this. Thank God I got unlimited money. Don't you feel rich? This is the imagine if there were no more microtransactions kind of game. Alright, we'll do this and then I'm gonna call it and go rest up today. I'm gonna just rest really well today so that tomorrow I can muck around and do stuff a little bit more and get around to more areas. If I don't show up today in most people's channels or whatever, it's because I'm resting. I'm laying down, sleeping. I kind of been really pushing myself a little too hard lately, so I don't want to overdo it. I got too many. I gotta stop doing these, getting these stupid ideas of mine and that are actually good, and then putting them on a sticky and then getting them like 10% done and moving on to another idea, you know? I gotta stop that. You know, if I had a big company, this would be okay, you know? I'd have all this stuff done. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's nice too. And there's what, 3 of them left there. 5 of these. Do 5. I made a mistake there. I should have put one of the other ones on it, and then it would have gave me that. Like, I'll show you. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you put like this one here. It should give me one of these. Yeah, see? Yeah, it's a little tip. Little tip. Little tip. Now, mind you, the odds are 1 in 5 that you're going to get the other thing, so remember that. Kind of pair it up with 2 things that you might want that you don't quite have enough things, and then you know you get one or the other, which is kind of handy. See, like that. See what it did to me there? It took the shield away. Jerk. Stupid. Like this one. 2, 3, 4, 5. It gave me the lower. Game don't like me no more. There we go. Okay, we go up here. Oh, I accidentally did that and got the arm. I'm lucky as heck. Oops. Okay. Touching that one. We'll see in a minute. Fires 4 missiles each. Ooh, neat. Okay, up into here. I don't think I have anything I'm gonna upgrade here. Oh god, turn that off quick. They're right behind me, are they? Okay. go over here. Come on. Let's see. I get that piece first. Where is he? Where'd he go? He blow up? Ah. Where'd he go? Oh, he's up here somewhere in pieces. There's pieces of him. Maybe. Is that where you died? Uh-huh. Okay. Alright, we're gonna end this stream here. That's a good little stretch. Yeah. Hey, you. Hey, we got someone new in here. How you doing, back? Yeah. Yeah, Canada's a pretty messed up country right now. Yeah, as you're saying there, hunting block. Oh, there was a time when, you know, I had a little group of, I don't know, techie guys here in the world, and one of the this NDP party, when it was, had Jack Layton, was wanting to communicate with us and talk to us and stuff like that, and I don't know, it's turned into some kind of other party now. I don't even know what it is. And the other two parties, you know, it's just like two rich groups of people who don't get along with each other. One just decides to use the name liberal, and the other one uses conservative, and they're really not different. One just will screw you one way, and the other one will screw you the other way, and one gets power one time, the other one, so you're gonna get it both ways eventually. It's just like, so whatever. They always try to, you know, latch on to anything they think that has influence on people and stuff like that. That's why I just, I'm not voting for you, none of you. It's, you know, I'm taking a different road than George Carlin, right? Okay. See, he kind of said it that he didn't want to be responsible or something for something, right? Well, I'm not wanting to be responsible for any of them, right? Because I don't like any of them. I realize that we got to have something there, but you know, I think it should. If you really want a democracy, get over all the. See, think about it like this: if the FBI and the NSA and all those jerks want backdoors to encryption, that means the encryption's pretty good. That means it would work. So what we've got to do is find a way to make, you know, a way for electronic voting to work. They aren't putting the effort into these things, and that's why they get hacked. And then they can just say, well, look, see, they get hacked. You get dummies to write up stuff and pay them big time money to do that on purpose, like, right? Because if that were the case, we had that kind of a voting system, you could be setting up systems where anybody could bring forth a bill and just have some friends vote on in a local area, and if it works past that, then it gets to the next level, and eventually the whole country can vote on it, right? And you could do that once you know, whenever you freaking feel like it. If you don't want to partake, you don't bother. Yeah, we gotta watch the language here, right, for certain words, you know. Black guys might get away with it, but us white guys, you know, saying stuff like that, we kind of would get in trouble for that, you know. But anyway, you know, it's this thing where it don't make sense to me either. I went to, and I'll tell you a story. I had a black friend of mine. We used to go to parties and do this to people that didn't know either of us very well, and we would go there, And I'd just start calling him the N word, right? And he'd be calling me the H word, the honky or whatever you want to call it, right? And we'd just be getting all ugly about it, and everybody be just thinking we're gonna scrap, and then we just give each other a little hug and go get a beer, you know? Because they're just words to us at that point, right? You know, if you're friends, it doesn't mean much, all right? It's just a kind of greeting. I get it, but you know, that was the one thing my dad did when I was growing up. He grew up in the more racist time, okay? In the '60s in California on a Harley. Think about it. His mom was from Chicago in the '30s and '20s, and as a nurse, all kinds of fun, right? I'm up here in Canada. That's just, I don't know. I'm surprised. It's weird. Like the last week, everybody's been getting along all of a sudden. It was like, you see, I think somebody's finally starting to listen here that maybe all the arguing and fighting and everything else that's going along is going to backfire on some people, because if you keep getting negative press on areas, like, imagine I'm in a building, it's got 9 floors, right next to me is a youth shelter, behind us, the next block over, is a men's shelter. There was another one up the street a little ways. There's a soup kitchen up the street further across from this court, and then there's a courthouse there. And then you got 2 food banks within like a couple blocks. It's a lot of concentration, right? That can have consequences. It's been lively up around this area. Anyway, I'm gonna call it here, guys. I'm just kind of feeling a little burned out today. I was just doing so much the last couple days. I'm gonna do some more work tomorrow on this little level design thing. I want to go through this little tutorial to see if I can speed things up a little bit, make things look even more pretty. The guys at Quixel did a little, I don't know, a kind of blog post with little videos in it to kind of help people use some of their stuff to make scenes and different things, so I can get some ideas. And then I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna make a bunch of these levels for this little first-person shooter, tie them all in so that every 5 or 10 minutes, you can set the timer, you get to go to the next map, and then it keeps your kills and everything else, so then you don't have to sit here and you don't have to wait and, you know, and all this other crap for in lobbies and, you know, players and that. You know, you just keep going and going and going until you say, okay, well, I don't want to play no more, you know, that kind of thing. Anyway, guys, and girls, ladies, and gents. Should speak that way. Yeah. I was in the food bank, and there's like 90% of the people in there are ladies. And there's one guy there, and he's standing beside one of the ladies, says, you know, I just want to say thank you to you guys for being here. And he just, guys, they're all ladies here except for me. And I says, well, it's in the sense of language, it's a non-gendered really term in that sense. It means, well, it sounds weird if I said you people, you know, it just doesn't sound English, like the English language. Anyway, that just tells you where some people are odd with their thoughts. Anyway, I'm gonna go and lay down and get some good rest today. Have a good one, guys. Take care.